It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Bucs and the Saints, and it's all up next.
The first open back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an NFC South matchup as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis here at the Superdome. But Charles, these Saints, after a good run from 2017 to 2020, kind of been middle of the pack the last couple of years, 7-10 a season ago. What's their recipe for turning things around?
I think continuing the short passing game that they're known for, and see if some of their playmakers can make some short passes into longer plays. And then on defense, continuing to pressure quarterbacks in the pocket. They tend to get after them pretty hard.
And then for the visiting Bucs, all of a sudden Super Bowl 55 feels like it was a long time ago. Tom Brady retired. Some of the stalwarts of that team have moved on. They did win the NFC South last year, but they did so with a losing record at 8-9.
And sometimes when you have a chance to begin again, other people emerge and play at a level that you don't expect. And that's what Tampa Bay needs from this team in 2023.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his sixth season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Baker going to throw this right away. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
First down, here's White. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mayfield. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
4th down. Here's Jake Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform. Instead of black and silver, it's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Saints' 3rd-round pick back in April. It's Kendre Miller. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they control things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joe Tryon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Mayfield on play action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. A first down throw for Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Mayfield. That is caught, and he is going to have a box first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground game with White. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a man picked up after 2 years in Detroit. It's Jamal Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On 1st and 10, Mayfield will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Mayfield now on second down, and this is caught by Evans. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and still the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their own 21.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
2nd and 9.
Here's Carr to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Carr.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. They're not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive starts with a run by White.
Taken down at the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
They go play action. Mayfield.
That's caught down the field by Palmer.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Mayfield running left on the option.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Mayfield off the play fake.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mayfield looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a play fake. Carr.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man is Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind out for first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr again. To the right side, complete to Miller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Now after the INT, it's Carr.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. To throw his Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I think they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Carr. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Carr now to throw.
There's Chris Olave.
First connection there on the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. Again, it's Carr.
This one swung out to Williams.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offensive need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Miller is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Opting to run again here with White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a play fake. Carr. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Now Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to White.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Mayfield with it once more. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mayfield on first down.
That's taken in by Palmer.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To about the 33-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Carr. Olave over the middle. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 43. They start to drive with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Inside handoff now, middle. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, now Carr.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing on first down is Carr.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Carr.
The slant complete to Michael Thomas.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. As Shaheed going to go in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Carr now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Williams is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they told you got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On second down, they'll run with White.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And taken right on the 30. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. A give to Williams, running right. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Williams. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop.
The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Carr now on 1st down. Underneath for Miller. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, it's Carr. He gets it left side of Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Carr. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now Carr. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coaches ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with a give to White. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The drive starts with a run by White, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Here's 3rd and 3. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. And he is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete as well.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Mayfield with it once more.
Complete right side to Otten.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Cade Otten.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 27. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. To the right. Oh, put on the carpet, a fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the fourth.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery.
Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete.
And Evans will have a Bucs 1st down as the tackle made down at the 33.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. But it's caught. Tompkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing. Mayfield. Working the middle of the
field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Certainly appears that Cam Jordan is still going strong as he puts the quarterback on the deck. 8.5 sacks last year, nearly top 20 all-time in the NFL, and you certainly marvel at his durability. The one game he missed last season is the only one of his 12-year career missed due to injury.
And that is incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This a 2nd and 8.
Here's Carr to throw.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right. Finding room at midfield.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
84 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield. Here as he's taken down.
Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Mayfield down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
1st down, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by a field goal. Just over a minute, 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Carr.
He's got Smith here, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing his Carr.
He's got the hook up to Miller.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here comes second down and 5. Here's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. That's caught by Johnson.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's first and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's It's complete to Otten. And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Mayfield.
And this is caught by Evans. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Baker.
He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mayfield.
This for all the marbles.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One last shot for Mayfield here. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.